Coat Dispatch, episode number 10. Yet again, another episode without the entire squad here. Last week, Josh's computer was busted. This week, Sarah's Wi-Fi was busted. 2 weeks ago, I was on vacation, but one day, soon, we will all be back, the three of us together. Yet again, Josh, I know I saw you yesterday. How you doing? Glad to hear. Fancy new mic and headphones, I see.
Thank you.
Got the Sonys, I like those.
I have a ton of fancy stuff in front of me now.
The best thing about the Sonys is that the ear can go like the other way. You know what I'm talking about? Like you could fold it all the way the other way.
Like you?
Like I'm talking. No. Like you can take the ear. Like I can't with the AKGs. I can't like flip it the other way and have this part on my ear outside.
Oh.
Which I kind of like having as well. I see you struggling. Just put them back on. They look great. But yeah. You get the XLR in, fancy stuff. Glad to have you with us.
You got a sexy camera too.
Yeah, you got a nice camera. You sent me a picture of the whole setup. We'll do a quick recap of the week before we dive into the Boston Red Sox. The Sox still struggling after the All-Star break. I think they've won one of their last four, if I'm not mistaken. They've lost 2 games because of catcher interference, essentially with Narvaez. The deadline's 8 days away. They have to add at the deadline. I can't stress that enough. We'll get into who they should trade, maybe who they should target. We're not going to pretend to be the biggest baseball nerds out there, but we have an opinion on everything Boston sports. Celtics, summer league's over. Whoop-de-doo, don't really care. They still need a big man. Curious to see if they add before the season starts. And then the big thing, NFL training camp kicked off today for the New England Patriots, officially day 1. We'll read into some first day reports that we've seen so far, guys that were absent, guys who were there. We'll obviously talk about Stephon Diggs, the big guy out there. And then we'll look into the top 5 cornerbacks in the week. We'll keep that series going. And then we'll close with a quick tourist attraction. But like I said, we're going to start with the Boston Red Sox, who they had a tough first 9 coming out of the break. We all knew that was going to happen. They had the Cubs, and they had the Phillies, and then they have the Dodgers after this series with the Phillies, which I believe closes tonight out in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So they're currently 54-49 on the season. They've lost their last, let me make sure I get this correct. They lost their last 2 against the Phillies, and they lost 2 against the Cubs. So they lost their first 2 series. I'm trying to avoid the sweep tonight against the Phillies, but they lose their first 2 series after the All-Star break. A team that was going into the break, the hottest team in the majors, Josh. 10-game win streak, bats were hot, pitchers were going deep into games. Crochet went a full 9, Bayo went a full 9, Giolito looked like he had figured it out. It just looked like all they needed was another starter in their rotation and maybe a first baseman or 2. Or not a first baseman or 2, a first baseman and maybe a reliever to help out in the bullpen as well, since their bullpen was one of the most taxed bullpens in the league. And they've come out the exact opposite. They've come out the same way they've come out the past 3 years. This baseball team has come out of the All-Star break cold. They'll be a below 500 team after the All-Star break, and they'll miss the playoffs. And the Red Sox cannot allow that to happen yet again under this regime. Craig Breslow, you have to go and buy at the trade deadline.
I got so many comments from people during that 10-game win streak saying that the Red Sox were back. People were coming up to me and saying that they were World Series contenders simply because of the winning streak. And I told them, I'm like, a 10-game winning streak does not completely change your season. What changes your season is what happens throughout the entirety of the season. So a ton of people were coming up to me saying that because of just this one glimpse of hope, this one little shining light in the complete darkness we've had all season, that we've all just become, this powerhouse contender now that's going to win our division, win our conference, and make it to the World Series, when that's not going to happen. Granted, everyone's just being delusional of it. So I'm on the side where, yeah, the team was nice to see during that streak. It was fun to watch them, but at the same time, it's like there's still improvements to make to this team. A 10-game winning streak is not enough for me to convince myself that you're a contending team. If I was watching the Boston Celtics like next season without Tatum, and they were like a 30-win team by the All-Star break, but then all of a sudden, they come out here and they're like, oh, boom, 10-game win streak. Now they're up to 40. Damn, they're a contender. You still only have 40 wins on the season. That doesn't mean shit to me. So I'm on the train where, yeah, you gotta make a move.
So going into the deadline, I was still got to make a move, got to acquire another starting pitcher. And my fear was because the team was so hot, if they had come out hot, Breslow wouldn't have wanted to touch anything and ruin the chemistry or any of the relationships on the team and the flow they had going. But now that they're not winning games, they're not playing good baseball, they're slowly but surely losing ground on that wild card spot. They need to make the move now. And if this is what it takes to have Breslow and the organization commit to making that run at, sorry, Liz, my friend is texting me.
No, you good? What's the text about? You
Just
good?
what about Curry College? I'll get to
Great
it later.
college. We graduate from there.
Yeah, but I'm always putting on for the college. Anyways, I digress.
My mom is there right now.
Yeah, but I'll get to it later. Not important.
Yo,
Anyway,
hold on. Before you change that subject, yo, I don't like to gloat myself and like boost myself and like think I'm better than other people. But like, yo, shout out me. I got a 10-second cameo with one of Section 10's greatest, Tyler Milliken, who he came to Curry a couple months ago to make a little like documentary video, and I knew Milliken because of my internship with him, and so they asked me, they were like, hey, can we use you for like 2 minutes? And I'm like, sure. And so they shot a couple shots with me and Milliken, and so like 10 seconds of me. If you find that video out there, I'm in there for like 10 seconds.
Way to gas yourself up, Josh. But going back to the Red Sox, we're locked back in now. I apologize. We're locked. Dialed.
When
Phone's been turned off.
Phone's been turned off.
Phone's been turned off and turned over.
Phone's been turned off. Next thing you're gonna get is like a text message from Michael being like, yo, I just won this Clash Royale game.
He's buns. He's not winning another game while we're on the
You're
pod.
gonna get a Snapchat from a girl being like, yo, let's go on a mini golf date.
You know how I feel about a mini golf date. Anyways, I was worried that the team wasn't going to be touched because they were playing so well. But if this is what it takes as a bad first 9 after the All-Star break to force Craig Breslow into going out and making a move or two at the deadline, acquiring some more talent to make a playoff push, I'm okay with sacrificing a week and a half, 2 weeks of the season if ultimately it brings in more talent for the team. Now, with that being said, the question then becomes, Josh, who do they move off of to get this talent, and who do they aim for? Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Josh and I are the biggest baseball guys. We're not. We're very casual baseball fans, and Josh is more casual than I am, and I'm a casual baseball fan myself. But we know enough about the team and their needs. Everybody who watches the Red Sox on a casual basis can tell they need another starting pitcher in their rotation. Crochet is that ace. He's your dog. But then it drops off after 1. You need that second guy in the rotation because Bayo can be a good 3, I think. Giolito can be 4. You can figure out 5. Walker, Bueller, maybe. He got a decent start against, I want to say it was against the Phillies in game 1. No run support to help him out. But they need that second guy because if you look down the line, if they do make the playoffs, the rotations they're going to face all have a legitimate number 1 and a number 2 guy. Especially if they go to Detroit and they have to play Detroit, the Tigers with Struble and the other guy whose name I'm blanking on right now. But that's a legit 1-2 combination. You chalk the Crochet Struble game because they're 2 of the best pitchers in not just the American League, but all of MLB. They're up there with, it's probably them and Paul Skeens are up there in your top 5, no doubt whatsoever. Okay, but then you lose, let's say that you chalk that, maybe you lose that. Okay, well, Bayo's not going to be the second guy. Giolito's not going to be the second guy against that matchup. So if you really want to get to the playoffs and compete, they need that second guy. So I pose the question to you, Josh. Who do you think on the team has the most trade value for a legitimate number 2 starting pitcher?
For a number 2 pitcher, I think we people watching this show aren't really going to know about this, but we kind of talked about a little bit of trade rumors back when obviously we were at Curry with Shosky.
Yep.
Do you remember that proposal?
Yep, with Shosky and Chuck.
Yeah, with Shosky and Chuck. He proposed it was Casas. If you remember.
Casas goes down.
And then Casas goes down. So that to me was like it would have been, I think it would have been Casas.
It's Tristan Casas.
If he didn't go down, my bad.
You're good. I don't disagree, but he had such
I know his last name. I just struggle.
It's tough. I also have the advantage of I get emailed all the player pronunciation guides, so I have them all on my phone if I really struggle.
Not even that. It's the vowels that are throwing me off.
Yeah, it's And I'm not going to pretend like it's the easiest, but it's not the toughest. But even then, Costas had such a bad start to the season, and then he tears everything in his knee, and he's out for the season. So he has no trade value. And even before that, he had very low trade value. The guy who obviously had the most value on the team was Devers, and you traded him off for a bag of chips essentially, and you got the money back, so you can have this financial flexibility. But you can't even use until the next offseason unless you really commit to bringing in new guys. But
Man,
if you're going to bring in anybody that's worth that much money, you're going to have to dump off other talent. So it's not like you're just getting rid of Devers to get this money, and then therefore you'll have money to buy players. You can't buy players until the next offseason. So it's kind of a moot point to have this financial flexibility unless you're willing to give up your entire farm system for a guy and the prospects that you have in Worcester and the Sea Dogs that look promising in the draft picks you just grabbed. So it really is just you gave away your best guy for nothing.
the Red Sox and money are not a good. They're not a good match. They wouldn't match on Tinder. They wouldn't.
No, they would. The Red Sox love money. They don't like to spend money. They like
yeah.
to have money.
Obviously, if we're talking about an actual like the relationship, yeah, they love each other. Can they work well with each other?
They're cheap. They've been a cheap team for years now, and
They're
I do give Breslow credit. I'm not the biggest Breslow guy. The Devers trade, it looked after those first few games, that first week and a half after Devers when they were struggling, and then they kick off that 10-game win streak. He looks like a genius. He looks like a genius because he's not playing well. He wasn't playing well in San Fran. San Fran has a negative record since acquiring Rafael Devers, and we have a positive record, above 500 record without Rafael Devers. He looks like a genius, but now it's, ooh, if we could have maybe eaten half of that contract and also get a reliable number 2 pitcher, that would have been really nice as well. Instead of getting Jordan Hicks and a bunch of guys you're not going to see this season. And Hicks is really only coming in as a reliever, and he's not nothing special. I mean, they got a great flow, but it's something special for Rafael Devers. So now I think the guys who have the most value on the team that you're actually going to trade. Because if you talk about most value, it'd be Roman Anthony. But they're not going to trade Roman Anthony. They're not going to trade Marcelo Meyer. That's the future of this team. The guys who have the most value, Jaron Duran and Willie Abreu, I think have the most value. And it also solves that outfield issue that we were talking about, Josh, all the way back in spring training. The issue in the outfield was the logjam. Because how do we get Roman Anthony up? There's the logjam because you have Abreu, Rafaela, and you have Duran on the outfield. How do we get Roman Anthony up there? And obviously he's now on the team because of an injury, and they're not going to sit him back down because he's a good ball player and they want to see him develop. He's also helping the team win. So now it's, okay, how do we get this guy? What do we do in the outfield? The best situation, move off of one of these guys to get value. Yeah, say Don can play the infield, but he is a gold glove center fielder, and his bat has been electric, at least before the All-Star break. He had that crucial walk-off that was cold as ice when he hit the walk-off, and the second that ball was hit, you knew it was gone. He does the ice in the veins, he does the I'm cold celebration. It was great. Cedon can be your everyday center fielder. Willie Abreu can be your everyday right fielder. And if you move off Duran, Roman Anthony can be your everyday left fielder. That should be the ultimate goal, is to get Roman in left field. So does that mean moving off of Jarren Duran? I think he has more value than Willie Abreu, and teams are aggressively going to make trades for him. So I think if you're going to move anybody for a starting pitcher, and a very long-winded answer, I think Duran has the most value.
I think I feel like my only issue with Duran being traded is just like, I feel like, not that it wouldn't be a bad move for the Red Sox, but what I'm thinking of is just the city of Boston. I don't think they would appreciate it, considering what you just did with Devers. If you look at, fans are just going to look at, oh, we traded Devers, we traded Duran. Like, what are we doing this season? Like, we're trading away everyone every single piece of our talent. So, considering with what they did with Devers and that trade going down, they understand that they do need to go out and get a starting pitcher. But I don't know where my confidence level is at with the Devers trade. Still, there's really nothing, I don't have much to work off of with the Devers trade. So with that, I don't know if I can trust my team to trade away a guy like Abreu or Duran yet. Do I understand? I completely agree with you in understanding why it would happen, why it should happen, and what the outcome of it would be. But when we're talking about the front office, and all the back room of the entire team, I don't know where my confidence level is at yet, because we could see Jaren Duran traded for blank, and it's not what we wanted. So I don't know
See,
where my confidence is.
I
With
agree with you because of the Devers trade. The return
it
was
leaves a
from
bad taste in your mouth.
yeah, just from a pure talent perspective and players you got back in the haul. Yeah, you dropped off his entire contract. Great. But when it comes to the return of the players, it was subpar. And you can't deny that was a subpar return for a player at the caliber of Rafael Devers.
So that tells me that the Devers trade, if we're just looking back on it, that Devers trade was just a complete money dump then. Like
Absolutely.
that was
Absolutely. It
that was
absolutely
the
was.
entire outcome of it. And so now it's like, okay, if you're going to trade Duran, what are you trading Duran for? Are you actually going to trade him to get a starting pitcher, or are you going to trade him for crap again?
No, it would absolutely be for a reliable number two
It
in
should
the
be.
front half of your rotation.
If you try to convince me that the Devers trade was actually for something, not just a money dump, you couldn't convince me. You can't
No,
make me believe
it
that.
absolutely was a money dump. It was a guy that was unhappy in the organization, a guy that the front office didn't really like, and a guy that they thought they were paying too much money to be a full-time DH. It absolutely was a money dump. They brought in Alex Bregman to replace Rafael Devers. That's what the situation became ultimately, is Bregman replaced Devers. Now, where I will give Breslow credit in this past offseason, he signed three guys who went to the All-Star game. All of his big free agent signings, Bregman, Crochet, and Chapman, all were All-Stars. So you can have faith in him to acquire talent. He was able to say, okay, these guys are good. Let's sign these guys. Let's put our money there. Chapman was a guy nobody was really happy to bring in. They thought that's going to be the closer, and he's been one of, if not the best closers in Major League Baseball the entire year. He's one of the best closers in the American League. He made the All-Star game. So if it comes to the trade deadline and their ultimate goal is to starting a pitcher, I have faith in them to move off of Duran to get that pitcher because I believe the ultimate goal of the Devers trade was to dump off his contract, and they did that very successfully. They dumped off a multi-year, hundreds of $1 million contract without keeping a single penny of that contract. So if that was their goal going into it, like I believe, I have faith in them to go into a trade, let's say getting rid of Jarren Duran or Willie Abreu for a legitimate number two pitcher. I believe they can pull it off. I believe Craig Breslow can pull it off. Now, if he can't, we're going to have serious conversations about this is the second year in a row, third year in a row. Craig Breslow has had an embarrassing, lackluster, and disappointing trade deadline. And then we have to have some serious conversations about Breslow and how he works at the trade deadline.
It's going to be interesting to watch.
It'll be a very interesting 8 days.
It's also just going to be a complete, like, I don't want to say nail biter because that sounds so cliche, but once, like, rumors really start heating up, if this does become a genuine thing, that Duran's going to be really on the trade block, it's going to be, like, people are going to be anxious about it. Like, yeah, again, like, I'm going to repeat myself a little bit. Yeah, it's nice, and I can see where this can end, but it could end up in a god-awful move that could just completely set us back like the Devers trade did, unless you just want to look at it from a money dump, which it was. But if you're trying to look at the Devers trade from a different perspective, all you're going to get is disappointment. So once it really heats up and, you start hearing that teams are hitting up the Red Sox are hitting up teams, it's like you're going to get anxious a little bit. You're trading away a guy like Jarren Duran for a big-time move, to try to actually be a competitive team in the playoffs, and that could either make or break your team considering what your front office just did with your best hitter.
Yeah, it'd be interesting because he is, according to all reports, beloved in the clubhouse. Devers, you couldn't really say this. Not that they didn't dislike him, but he just wasn't the leader in the clubhouse that it seems Jarren Duran seems to be. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens if they do move off Duran, how the locker room reacts, how the team reacts. He is one of the big leaders in that locker room. So it would be very interesting, but I'm not opposed to moving off of Duran if the right deal comes around. To me, and real quick before we move off of the Red Sox and get to the Patriots and training camp, to me, the guy I want is Joe Ryan on the Twins. I know all reports coming out are pretty much saying that won't happen, but a guy can believe. The Padres have been hitting up the Red Sox aggressively for Duran. I don't know if they'll offer enough for Duran in return. There's been some reports about maybe a Chris Sale reunion in Boston. I wouldn't really like that just because when he was here, he was so injury prone. He's currently injured now. I don't want to take that guy on, even though he is 1 year removed from a Cy Young last year. And the last guy that I would really like to have back in Boston is Nathan Eovaldi. He's got championship pedigree. I'd be happy to have him back in our rotation, and I think they can get him for a cheaper
I
price.
need to interrupt you for a second.
Yep, shoot him a text. Tell him we're recording. Shoot him a text.
This dude.
Tyler Duff. Try to get him on with Sara's absence. Again, if you're skipping around, trying to get to the Patriots talk, we can get there soon. Again, depending on where you're watching, YouTube, maybe this Instagram clip, who knows. Sarah's laptop Wi-Fi pooped the bed. Last week, Josh's computer pooped the bed. Maybe next week it'll be mine. But hopefully next week, fingers crossed, all three of us back together once again. But yeah, that's where my mind is ahead of the deadline. We'll hopefully have one more show before the deadline officially hits. I believe it is July 31st, so 8 days away. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting 8 days. A lot of rumors. Only guy you can trust is Jeff Passons and Rob Bradford. But Jeff Passons is usually the first guy that comes to it with the news. Bradford's just a friend of mine. He's a great guy. I trust him with everything baseball related because baseball is not boring. But moving on to something that we have been anticipating, Josh. It is finally here. NFL training camp for the New England Patriots has officially kicked off today, and the reports are meh. They're nothing special. I would say they're actually below what I was hoping for. But then it asks the question of, how much stock do we even put into NFL training camp reports? Because they're not even wearing full pads yet.
I need to pivot again once. Do you want Duff in
Duff can jump in.
All right, you guys send him you need to text them the link then.
But yeah, so while we get Duff in here and this is what happens when Sarah's not here. It's a very loose show when Sarah's not here.
This is what happens when we just try to get Duff on the show every single time.
That too. But it's also, this is what happens when Sarah's not here. She keeps us very grounded. She keeps us very focused. And no nonsense.
No, when it's me, it's all chaos. It's all nonsense. Like, I feel like a kid in a candy shop with my whole new setup right now. I got so many things I can play with. Like, I can actually, I can chill back here, man. And I can just talk anything I want. I got a cool camera. I got a mixer. I got everything. And I'm going to put it to use. I spent a lot of money on it. I'm going to put it to use.
The hell is Duff's phone number? You're going to have to keep going. I'm trying to find his freaking phone number.
No, I spent a ton of money on this. I don't want to just drop how much money I spent on this, but it was a good chunk of money. That's not the
question I asked you at all.
What was the question?
How much stock do you put into NFL training, like day one? NFL training camp reports?
I had to cut you off because we were getting Duff on the call. How much stock am I putting into a training camp?
Yeah, how much stock do you put into like day one of NFL training camp?
0.
All right.
Okay, I'll put like $5 in just for like injury reports. But like, I'm not gonna, if we have if Drake May on training camp ends up going like 0 for 10 on passes one day, I'm not gonna be like, our season is over. Drake May's a bust. We need to move off him immediately. No, it's effing summer. It's effing summer training camp. I don't give a damn about how Drake May does against the third string Patriots. I care how well he plays against the Buffalo Bills defense, how he plays against the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins, and the newly traded Minkah Fitzpatrick that they're going to have on their team now. That's what I care about. I don't give a damn what Drake May can do against the third string practice squad.
So I try to balance it out because I don't want it to be the end all be all for, this is how the season's going to go. But you can get some information from training camp reports. Like today, Jalen Polk being absent from day one tells me he's not making this team.
That's the type of stuff that I'm talking about, where it's like injuries or like stuff you don't see behind the scenes, stuff like that, where you can see rumors. But if we're talking about, I'm more talking on the side of actual performance of the players. The actual performance of the players, I don't care. You can be an MVP type level player during summer training, or you can be the worst player known to man. I don't care. What I care about is is this player healthy? Is this player showing up? Is this player getting playing time? Are they going to be in the full rotation? That's the type of stuff I look into when it comes to summer training camp. I don't give a damn how well Drake May plays or how awful he's playing.
So I'd say I typically agree with you. I lean a little bit more to, I'm going to take some stock into what they're saying. Like today, the pass protection looked really bad on day one. But then again, you have to balance it out with they're not wearing full pads, they're not really full contact yet. But it's
Yeah.
also, if they're just getting around them on the edge quickly, like they were today, okay, I'm worried about that. But that's because going into the season, I'm already skeptical of the offensive line. I think they'll improve from last year because they can't be worse than last year. But I also don't think they're going to be a top 10 offensive line. I still think they're going to be a bottom half, bottom third, bottom quarter of the league when it comes to offensive line this year, this upcoming season. But yeah, those first day reports, the big reports from today, if you missed out, Jalen Polk was absent from day one. Stephon Diggs was a full go. I sent Duff the link. Let me know if it's not working.
He wants to know if he wants to use his computer, but he's not gonna be home for another like 20 minutes.
All right, well, all right, we'll figure it out when we get there.
He's gonna get home and get settled first. I
Yeah.
think he's tired from work.
Oh,
He's
boo-hoo.
a little fragile.
Boo-hoo. But yeah, those first day reports, those are the big things that came out today. Is the pass protection looked bad. Drake May had some. Kyle Williams had a few good grabs. Drake May had some good passes, some bad passes, but it's what you expect from a day one of a training camp. My full focus was on the Jalen Polk being absent and the pass protection looking really bad because, yeah, a lot of what's going to be the success or the failure for the Patriots this year is how does Drake May develop in season two. And Drake May is a quarterback who's only really won one game in the NFL so far in his entire career. He's won one game. He won that one game.
Is that actually true? Did he only win one?
He won. The only thing about the 4 wins last year, they beat the Bengals in week 1. Jacoby Brissett was the starter. They beat the Jets in that game, but Drake May got injured. They beat who the hell? I don't even know who the hell Drake May beat. Who did they even beat last year?
It was the game that he threw the nasty patch to Ramondre Stevenson, right? That's the game they won.
I couldn't even tell you. Was it against the Titans?
I think it was the Titans.
I couldn't even tell you the game he won. If I'm going to be honest with you, maybe the Titans, maybe the Colts.
No,
I have no clue how they beat.
It was when he threw the nasty pass to Ramondre Stevenson at like the end of the game.
All right. Well, I don't think it was the Titans game. I think they lost in overtime. Look at the schedule, and then the last game they win is the Bills game against Joe Milton. That was an exhibition. That was barely a regular season football game. That was a training camp football game, if you really think about it, at the end of the year. So Drake May, whatever game we're forgetting about, which is kind of sad, the one game he won is super forgettable. I can't even think of it right now, Josh.
I'm looking at the schedule. I'm completely lost. So they beat the Bengals. Yep. Beat the Jets in week 3. Drake May wasn't starting by that game, though, right?
No, they're going to beat the Jets in week 3. They beat them in the middle of the season.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong game. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bears. We beat the Bears 19-3. That was when the Bears O-line was literally Swiss cheese and paper mache. That is when I remember it. I crowned the Bears to have the worst O-line in the league, no longer the Patriots. I remember that.
Yeah, because then the Bears fired their offensive coordinator the next day. And that's how bad of a game it was for the Bears. So that's your one win if you're Drake May, is you beat the Bears, who were so bad they went and fired their offensive coordinator when you beat them.
He was going to lose his job.
Exactly. So if you want to see him develop and see what he can really be, you need to be able to protect him so he has time to look downfield and make his reads. And if we want to see what Kyle Williams is going to be, we have to get him the ball. We have to give Drake May time to read the field and give Kyle Williams time to get open. So it all does lead back to the New England Patriots offensive line. And I think is like the pinch point of this team this season.
And this is my big issue, is that the biggest issue of this Patriots team were two things. Obviously the O-line and then the wide receivers. They were addressed in the draft and the offseason, obviously, but you get guys like Kyle Williams, Stephon Diggs, you draft Will Campbell, you even draft Travion Henderson, who's a great blocker. But you also have to keep in mind that, yeah, you got one controversial wide receiver in Stephon Diggs. You have a rookie wide receiver in Kyle Williams, who you don't know how that's going to play out because he's a rookie. Same thing with Travion Henderson, rookie. Same thing with Will Campbell, rookie. Also, Will Campbell is one single guy. So many people come up to me saying that the Patriots are easily, because of their easy-ass schedule this year, they're easily a 10-win, maybe even 11-win team this year. And I'm saying no. You have to keep in mind, this O-line is still garbage. There is one puzzle piece that got put into play, and that was Will Campbell. That is one piece out of 5. The rest of the O-line is still utter garbage. I mean, yeah, you have some competent guys in there, but still, I think what people are expecting is just because you draft Will Campbell means that, you're not going to get sacked and rushed every 2 seconds. No. I am fully expecting the first game against the Raiders. I'm expecting Max Crosby to completely lay out Drake May on like the very first drive because of how trash our O-line is. That's what I'm expecting. But people are coming into this season saying that we got Will Campbell, problem solved. Let's just have Drake May sling the ball down to Stephon Diggs. No, I'm telling you this now. Don't be surprised if Drake May gets laid out first game of the season.
So looking at some reports, you spoke on Will Campbell. We'll get back to everything you said, but Will Campbell, according to some reports, he looked decent today. He had one really bad beat against Keon White that led to like a sack. But I know how you feel about training camp. I'm just giving you the information. I obviously take more stock in it than you do, which is perfectly fine. It's everybody's own prerogative to how much they want to read into NFL training camp. The other big story from the past few days with the Patriots is Stephon Diggs is a full go. It was a full go for today, day one. Stephon Diggs, I know you're not a big gambling guy, Josh, but this is just a benchmark for what they're kind of projecting Stephon Diggs so far for the season, kind of before his injury. Stephon Diggs is projected to have his line is set at 4.5 touchdowns and 725.5 receiving yards. I think if he is legitimately good to go week one, he should smash those. He should easily smash those. He should be 1,000-yard receiver, and he should have like 7 or 8 touchdowns. Easily.
I think that's the expectation with a guy like Stephon Diggs and a competent sophomore quarterback. The 4.5 touchdowns should be gettable. The 4.5 touchdowns should be gettable. I mean, what you have 17? So wait, you just have to score 5 times? I mean, like obviously touchdowns are rare for players, obviously, but when you have a guy like Stephon Diggs, who I know was injured last season, was on the Texans, they didn't really get time to shine with the Texans. But still, if we're looking at the expectations of a guy like Stephon Diggs, if we want to take it back like 2 years ago when he was on the Bills, I'm going to expect 5 touchdowns from the dude. I mean, I can understand why the number would be low because the rest of the team is trash or super young and hasn't had time to develop yet. But I feel like if you're Stephon Diggs, and you're trying to show by example, I want to say getting 5 touchdowns should be gettable for a guy like you.
And the big thing for me is kind of why I think these numbers are very low is they still don't know what Stephon Diggs is going to be 8 months removed from, Achilles, ACL injury. Can't remember what the hell it was. But it looks like he's going to be Drake May's go-to guy. On the first competitive reps, Drake May threw right to Stephon Diggs when he had Kyle Williams wide open, reports said. I want to say I saw that from Mike Giardi. So Diggs looks to be the guy. He should be the guy, the number one guy when it comes to the passing attack of the New England Patriots. So yeah, I think Stephon Diggs should absolutely smash 4.5 touchdowns, and he should absolutely smash 725.5 receiving yards. Again, if he doesn't break 1,000 yards this year, the Patriots haven't had a 1,000-yard receiver since, I think, 2019 Julian Edelman. It's been 6 years since we've had a 1,000-yard receiver on the roster. Diggs should absolutely smash that. He's going to be the go-to guy. Maybe he's even half of what he was last year before the injury. But even then, everywhere Stephon Diggs has gone, he has succeeded. Minnesota, he was successful. Buffalo, he was arguably the most successful he's ever been in his career. And even with the Texans before his season was cut short, he was en route to have another 1,000-yard year, 8 touchdown season, if not more. So I'm expecting a lot from Stephon Diggs if he is going to be a full go, like it's looking like he's going to be come week one. And honestly, if he is, props to him, because I want to say he's like 31, 32 years old, 8 months removed from an Achilles. When the season actually starts, it'll be 9 months removed. Shout out Stephon Diggs for the work ethic, the hard work he put in to get back to this position. But I absolutely expect him to be ready to go week one, as of right now. And I expect him to be the number one wide receiver. And I expect, at bare minimum, 1,000 yards this season, Josh.
And so if he doesn't hit that, are you saying that he's just a waste of money?
I'm not saying it's a waste of money. I would say I would be disappointed. Now, if it comes out that in the end of the season that Kyle Williams is like the second coming of Christ and Efton Chisholm is the modern day Julian Edelman, okay, maybe I see why he doesn't eclipse 1,000 yards. But if the Patriots don't have a 1,000-yard receiver again for the 6th year in a row, I'm telling you the last time I think it happened was with Jules in 2019. I'm pretty confident on that. I'm going to be upset, Josh, because we're long due. The receiving group has been horrendous. Ever since, even while Brady was here, it was really, really bad. Ever since that last Super Bowl, you could say the receiving crew was not talented, and it's only gone down in the years past. So this really needs to be a return to form in the wide receiver room and having a legitimate number one wide receiver, which they haven't had in a very, very long time. And I'm looking forward to it. I think Diggs is going to have a good season. I think the offense is going to have a good season, but I'm still skeptical on what this team is going to be as we get more and more reports from training camp. Eventually, we'll have preseason game number 1. We'll see how the team looks in that situation. And before you know it, Josh, we'll be at NFL Sunday number 1. We are 6 Sundays away.
You just love using that word, due.
What?
They're so due, man. They're so due.
Did I say that they were due? I mean, they are due for good wide receiver play. It's been 6 years.
They're due for good wide receivers.
I do love that word. I'm a gambler. What do you want? I do love saying they're due.
But like, my issue with it is that it changes absolutely nothing. Just because you're saying it's due doesn't mean it's going to happen.
I'm not. I'm hopeful it's going to happen. Would you prefer that?
We're due for a rainy day. It hasn't happened in the past week, I think.
I don't follow the weather like that. Speaking of due, we are due up now, Josh, to give our top 5 cornerbacks. So this week we're doing corners. Last week we did tight ends. The graphic's been lost to the matrix. We're waiting on it. We're looking for it. We're hoping to find it.
So when computer no worky, I can't make it.
Well, you got this fancy new setup you got going on. I'd be surprised you're not down there just grinding away.
So when setup work fine. Setup cannot make graphic.
When did you get your computer? Okay, let's nail this down right now. When did you get your computer fixed?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Okay. And that was ironically the day I texted you to get the graphic out in the group chat. That's funny. Or at least it was 3 days ago I texted you. So
it was like
I'm not going to pretend that I can make
late afternoon. I couldn't yesterday because I was working all day and then I was with you for the rest of the day.
Okay. So let's say we get the graphic by tomorrow. Is that reasonable? By the end of the day tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. Today, we are recording this on Wednesday the 23rd. If the graphic is not posted by the end of the 24th, you are allowed to call Josh a loser in the comments. Fair? Do you want to start us off, Josh? How do you want to go? 5-1 or 1-5?
Why don't you make the graphic then?
Because I'm horrible at the graphics. This is Sara posts the social medias. I take care of getting the clips and posting it on YouTube, and you take care of the graphics. We're dividing up the work.
Don't the clips come pre-cut?
I have to do a little work to get them cut. But I can get them pre-cut, but I got paused. But I have to go and get them cut, and I have to download them, and I also have to post the YouTube video. We're all dividing up the work here equally. This is a partnership, the three of us.
YouTube video, it takes like 2 seconds, bud.
It absolutely does not. This thing takes forever to export. It takes forever to export. I gotta go in. I gotta clean up the intro because we always. I mean me. We always bollock up the intro somehow, and then I gotta finish the ending because the ending's always terrible as well. So I gotta edit that down a little bit. Then I gotta export it. Then I gotta post it, and it takes forever to post as well. So it takes a little time.
So exporting and posting isn't actually you. You're just waiting for that to happen. You don't do anything when you export. You just click export and you wait for.
I'm editing up the clips. I'm finding. Yeah, they come pre-clipped. I have to go and find the ones that I want, and then I have to also, if they're not there, I have to go in and find them manually, which takes forever. And also, I'm paying $235 a year for the software, so I think we're all pretty freaking even on what the work we're doing, Josh. I write the rundown every single week. I schedule the podcast every single week. I think we're pretty even in what we're doing here, buddy.
I don't think you can complain about it if you don't make it.
First of all, it's not just me that wants it done. Sara also wants it done. So.
Nope, you texted her to text that. Nope, I will not.
But then she also texted me, and it really does need to get done soon. I want to post it.
She's not even the one who posts it. I post them.
Well, yeah, because you have it and you don't send it into the group chat, which is fair work. We're asking you to make the graphic. You are the best at making the graphic. I'm terrible at it. Sara's terrible at it. I could go and outsource it, but why when we have someone in the group that knows how to do it?
Whatever, man.
All right.
Whatever.
Top 5 corners. Do you want to give us your top 5? No, I want to see it for the graphic. Top 5 corners. You can do it however you want. 1 to 5, 5 to 1. Choose.
So I'll start with 5 actually to get it out of the way because I'm very upset at myself. I tried to squeeze him in. I really wanted to.
Oh, I put Gonzo in. I put him in. I don't care.
Dude, he's like at 6.
I put him in. I don't care. It's my list.
He is 6.
No other Patriot is making the top 5 list. I put him in there just to have the representation.
No other Patriot's making a top 5 list. So this is the one chance to do it. But I feel like the top 5 are so set. I'm like, this guy literally, he is 6. He is.
I'm curious who you have in your 5 because I don't think it's complete. I think there's a guy he's actually much. Not that I just put him in there. I think he's better than the guy. But who do you have at 5?
I got Sauce Gardner at 5.
Ooh, okay.
I got Sauce Gardner at 5. I think the last year was a bit of a down year, especially with the whole Rodgers in New York type train. That the whole era was a complete mess. It messed up the entire system of the entire team. But the dude just got paid. So I'm not throwing him down there. The dude just got paid a ton. Obviously, with Garrett Wilson in the mix, I think it's fair to throw him in the top 5. He's shown that he is one of the top corners in the league. He just got paid. I think he's going to use that little money mentality into the season, and I honestly think he might give the Patriots a little bit of work in this season.
All right. Who do you got at 4?
Trent McDuffie.
All right.
I mean, the Kansas City defense was the highlight of last season, with obviously Chris Jones, Trent McDuffie, as well as I'm mentioning right now. The offense was not the highlight. It was solely the defense. I think Trent McDuffie played a tremendous role in half of that. Do I have the stats on me? It was,
I mean, he played out wide a lot. 82 and a half of his snaps played out wide. 11 pass deflections, 2 interceptions on 90 targets.
I don't have the actual stats.
I just gave you the stats.
Oh. No, I'm trying, did you say interceptions? I wasn't listening.
Yeah, he had 11 pass deflections last year and 2 interceptions on 90 targets.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, it's fair to say that, I mean, if a team going to the Super Bowl and their highlight isn't the offense, it's obviously the defense, and I think the two guys in there are obviously Chris Jones and Trent McDuffie. So, it makes sense. Number 3, one of 2 enlightening things about Cleveland. I got Denzel Ward.
See, I don't have Denzel Ward on my list. I think he's a tad overrated.
No, I feel like overrated is. I get where you're coming from, but still.
I don't think he's better than McDuffie or Gardner. I would take both of them over Ward. But yeah, he's a premier. Like, he's disgusting in man coverage. Don't get it wrong. I'm still taking both of them over him.
But like when you're talking man coverage with a corner, that's what's expected. Is that how well can you go man to man on this guy? You're literally mirroring another guy's move, and you have no idea what he's going to pull out. So that
absolutely, to me, it's extremely impressive. I just don't think he's better than. I don't think he's better than my number 5.
I think the season he had with how god awful the Browns have been, and I think with this next season coming up, I think you're going to see so many low scoring games with the Browns because of how good that defense is. Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, who blanking on the name, just draft Mason Graham. They just drafted the defense with the like. Why can't you do this with the offense?
Yeah.
Why can't you draft elite offensive players? But you have a disgusting defense. And it's going to be amazing to watch that. And then you're going to be like, all right, everyone, here comes Shador Sanders, Jerry Jeudy, and Judkins, who's coming out of jail right now for the offense. No, it's the same thing with the Chiefs, except the Chiefs actually have an offense. The defense is the highlight, and I think Denzel Ward is, I would say, the main attraction, but he's the second main attraction, I think, right behind Myles Garrett. I think Myles Garrett's better than Denzel Ward, but Denzel Ward, obviously, that shows how good the Cleveland defense is that I have their cornerback in the top 3 cornerbacks, but their best player on defense is not the cornerback. It's Myles Garrett.
So what do you give it 2?
I have Derek Stingley.
All right, yeah, big Stingley guy.
And then obviously, like the 1 and the 2, obviously you know who 1 is.
Yeah.
Derek Stingley, like, I think it's kind of similar to the whole quarterback conversation where who the top dog is, then you know who 2, 3, and 4 are, and then number 5 is kind of like you can put in whoever. I think 1 and 2 are so clear. 3, 4, and 5 you can kind of discuss to jumble that up and mix it however you want. Derek Stingley is the clear-cut number 2. And then I have, obviously, Pat Surtain, number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you right now, I have Surtain at number 1, too. I think Pat Surtain, clear-cut, best corner in the league. He's the guy that if I'm taking anybody to shadow Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, I'm taking Pat Surtain without question.
I don't want to just say impressive. That sounds stupid. That sounds lame. To just say impressive. But god damn, is
He's
he
a
impressive?
he's a shadow. He is.
Damn. He
Um,
is a shadow. That's how you can just put it in, and it's exciting to see Pat Surtain still with the Broncos, especially with a young upcoming Bo Nix. I think the Denver Broncos are. I had them at, like, they were sneaky making the playoffs as a 7 seed.
Yep, Sean Payton, good head coach. They drafted the rookie running back as well, and you know how Sean Payton likes his running backs in the check down game. It's gonna help out
Like
Bo Nix. They're building
like give
something
me
there.
give me the Broncos to to split the series with the Chiefs, and they did that last season. But that's when the Chiefs threw out the third stringers at the end of the season. So I'm not even counting that as like a true win. I'm just complete. I like give me the Broncos to put a lot of teams in jeopardy, like a lot of contending teams that give them, that loss that could define whether they get like a first round bye, or they get home field advantage in the wild card round. I think the Denver Broncos are going to be a very annoying team to play against, where they don't have a lot of star-studded names on their offense. But I think their offense is good enough, but their defense is so great that they're going to be annoying by stopping you. And then as long as their offense can't step up, they're going to be an annoying team to go up against, because you're going to say to yourself, damn, why are we losing against, Bo Nix and a 30-year-old Cortland Sutton right now? It's because you have a dude like Pat Surtain somehow locking up Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb the entire time.
Yeah, fair, fair. So I guess I'll go 1 to 5 since I already gave up my number one. My number one's Pat Surtain, like we said, best corner in the league. He's a dog. He was gonna lock you down. He's gonna shadow you in man coverage. So just super. I mean, I hate to be like super good player, but he's a phenomenal player. He's the best corner in the league, hands down, clear cut, number one corner in the NFL. And I don't think anybody's really gonna argue unless you're a Jets fan or something along those lines. And you're gonna take your guy over Pat Surtain. But
Like how you did Gonzo over Cam Ward.
yeah, I
Denzel
mean,
Ward.
Surtain's he's got everything. He's big, he's fast, he can tackle, he can track the ball in the air, and he's smart. That's the big thing. Um, what is he? He allowed 5.5 yards per target. 5.5 yards per target. He was top 5 in the league in that, and he only gave up 2 touchdowns and guys that he was actually covering. So clear cut number one, and I think it's really hard to make the argument that he's not number one in the league. At number two, I have Sauce Gardner at number two. Ironically, also taken in the exact same draft that Pat Surtain was taken. I think a few picks before Pat Surtain, Sauce Gardner was taken. I have him at 5. Yeah, down year on the Jets, and offensively, it's not his problem. Came out in the league, was a plug and play guy. And I'm not going to say the 2024 season was his best, but I still think overall he's the second best cornerback in the league. He gave up 1 touchdown, 9 pass deflections on 51 targets. I think he's the second best corner in the league, the guy that I would take right after Pat Surtain. At number 3, this is where I have Derek Stingley. I take him just a little behind Sauce Gardner. Overall, Derek Stingley has the advantage of not playing on such a bad team, and he's also super great player. He's one of the highest paid corners in the NFL with $30 million per year. He allowed 4.9 yards per season per target last season, and that's the fewest among corners that play on the outside, which are typically inside slant routes or go routes, is kind of what you're looking for there. And opposing quarterbacks, 56.9 passer rating against him, which is above the league. Was the top in the league for corners who had at least 50 targets. At number 4, I have Trent McDuffie. I told you I thought Denzel Ward was a little overrated. McDuffie, number 1 corner on the Chiefs, going to the Super Bowl. Obviously, you need a corner to shut down those top receivers, especially in the AFC. And he was up for the challenge with that. 11 pass deflections, and as we said, and 2 interceptions on 90 targets. And at 5, I don't care. It's a homer take. I'm taking Christian Gonzalez. He's my number 5. I know you tried. When I wrote this list, I went 1 to 5. I put Pat Surtain, and I put Gonzo, and I filled in the rest in the middle on where I want to put them in. Honestly, 2, 3, and 4 could be very interchangeable for me, but that's just the order that I felt like, okay, if I'm picking one, I would take them. I think I thought the most about Derek Stingley and Sauce Gardner 2 and 3, but ultimately, I don't know how much you put in, Pro Football Focus, Sauce Gardner had a higher football focus number, so
You're not
that's
gonna
why I
put
took him.
J.C. Horn in
Huh?
there? You're not gonna put J.C. Horn in there?
From the Bears? No.
Not from the Bears.
No. Duff said
Not
he's hopping
not
on in a
from the Bears.
few.
He
JC
is not
Horn?
from the Bears. Nope.
Who am I? I was thinking Jalen Johnson. Who the hell are you talking about?
Panthers.
Panthers? Yeah, no, I'm not putting anybody on the Panthers on here.
Lack of ball knowledge over here.
I thought you said Jalen Johnson. Okay, leave me alone.
Speaking of ball knowledge, you want me to give a teaser for my tourist attraction since I'm doing it on the fly since we have the all-time legend Tyler Duffey joining.
Yep, you said he's joining in a few, but yeah, I put Gonzo at 5, and a lot of it is Homer. Like, I think you could make the argument he's in that top 5 corner. I think after the year, he'll undoubtedly be in that. I think on ESPN's list of top 10 or all corners, which is voted on by like execs and players, I think he was 6. So he's in that range. He's really right around. He's right.
Gonzo?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is 6.
I think he's 6 on that. So it's in that range. And for me, this is the closest guy we have to be in the top 5 as a Patriots fan. I'm putting him in there. I don't care. I'm taking him at 5. I'm taking him over DJ Reed. I'm taking him over Denzel Ward. I'm taking him over Jalen Johnson. I'm taking him over Marvin Humphrey. Whoever. I mean, I'm putting him at 5, and that's my list. And as Sara says, I like my players. I'm putting my players on my list.
You ignore. Well, I mean, okay. Well,
Sara would probably put him at number 1.
In defense, you put like a guy right outside the top 5 in the top 5, which is not wild to say. Like, I'm not gonna call you a clown for putting Gonzo in the 5. Like, it's completely understandable. Sara will take T. Higgins and throw him in the top 5 over guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah. Yep. I can't wait to see her list. If Gonzo's at 1, I'm gonna cry laughing.
No, I'll say top 3. I'll say 3.
3? I could very easily see her putting Gonzo at 3.
I could see her doing it too. Like, I could see her like giving in, saying like Pat Surtain is the best one. But then, like, since there isn't like a clear cut 2, 3, 4, and 5, she's just gonna be like, I'm throwing in Gonzo at 2. I think it's gonna be 2 or 3 where Gonzo's gonna be sitting.
I'm actually gonna text the group chat now for her to text in her top 5, just so maybe I can see it before we go and we can talk about it once we're done recording. But yeah, that's my top 5.
You ignored my question though.
What was your question?
Do you want a teaser on what my tourist attraction is going to be with Duff joining?
Yeah, I can give a small teaser, and then we'll wrap up our top 5s, and we'll hit mine.
Do you remember what we did at the end of every show whenever we had Duff on the show?
Yeah. You're going to quiz him a little bit?
I'm throwing a pop quiz at Duff later.
All right, a little quick pop quiz. He said he's joining in a few, which I said okay too. But just to sum it up, my top 5, from 5 to 1, top 5 cornerbacks in the league: Christian Gonzalez, Trent McDuffie, Derek Stingley Jr., Sauce Gardner, Pat Surtain. Josh's top 5 from 5 to 1 was
Sauce Gardner 5, Trent McDuffie 4, Denzel Ward 3. Sorry, Stingley at 2, Surtain. Uno.
All right, Josh.
Uno joining casinos this year.
I hate that. I hate that.
Hate it?
I hate Uno. I hate the game Uno. I hate the game Uno.
Why? Because of like the whole point of Uno is to like screw over your friends.
So I think gambling on it would be. I'm very curious what the rules are going to be. I've seen all of the videos on it. I'm very curious what the rules are going to be.
Is it you against other players, or is it going to be you against the dealer? That's my question. That's
also what I want to know. I'm very curious about that. But when it comes to the game Uno as a whole, I hate the game. I hate the game.
Do you just genuinely hate how the game plays, or do you hate like when guys screw you over by putting down?
I'm not like, it's not my game. Like it's like, and I know it's supposed to be like fun for 5-year-olds. I hate playing Uno. The game takes forever, and it's completely luck based. There's literally there's a little skill to it, but it's all luck.
Isn't that the whole point of gambling? Isn't that the whole point of gambling? Is just luck based? You love that.
But with blackjack, there's like some skill. Like, yeah, honestly, it's the luck of the cards, but there's like some skill to it, and you can do some things to kind of move the odds in your favor. With roulette, I'm a sucker for roulette. We know that game's all luck, but it's not annoying luck like Uno. It's like, ooh, am I gonna get the right colored? I really am sounding like roulette, because roulette I play colors. But like, ooh, is the right color gonna be here? Am I gonna skip? Am I gonna get +4? Am I gonna play the card? Like, to me, it's just not enjoyable game. Like, I would be angry gambling at Uno because I get angry playing with like my little cousins. I hate playing Uno. I hate Uno.
I hate when I can't get a red card when I need it. But damn, I'm perfectly fine with losing $200 on a roulette spin.
I've never put 200 on one spin. Only 100 on one spin.
That's better. Like
I mean,
that's
yeah,
any
it's
better.
less. I just
You would never catch me throwing 3 digits on a roulette on any kind of single hand unless it's like, yo, I'm going out for like a bachelor party and it's my bachelor party, so I'm throwing out $500 on one hand.
well,
That's
the
the
most
only
I've ever
time
done
I
on a
catch me
single
doing it.
hand of gambling is $200, but that's because I played $100 and then I got a 10, so I had to double. I had to double. You have to double that. Double that. $200. Dealer flip. I got a 20. Dealer flipped over a blackjack.
Good lord.
Tough shout. Yeah,
Yeah, you won't
I've
ever
seen
catch me
it.
doing
I couldn't do it. I get, and the games take forever. Like the good thing about blackjack or roulette is you can hop off whenever. You can't just leave in the middle of even Texas Hold'em, like poker games at the casino. You can leave whenever you want. Like, yeah, you might get chirped, you might get like yelled at for it, but you can get up and pick up and go whenever. But
Yeah,
you can't just get up and leave in the middle of an Uno game.
I think what people are alluding to with that whole Uno in the casino is that they're expecting it just like, casual people are just kind of expecting it just to be the same thing as you would play at home. You and like 4 others all have like 7 cards and you're just like placing them down one by one. With how obviously casino games work, it's like it's not going to work how you would expect it. Like it's not going to just be simple. Each player has 7 cards and you're just playing a game of Uno for money. There's going to be I think it's going to be a whole different game just with Uno cards. I don't think it's just going to be the simple, okay, I place down a red 4, now it goes to you, you place down this, this, and that. I think it's I think it's generally going to be a different game. I'm just curious, is it going to be you against each other or is it going to be you against the dealer like it is
Yeah,
in black?
I'm very curious how it goes. I don't think I'd ever play it though. I would just get too mad.
I feel like you'd have to give it at least a try. Just
I
a
think I would
try.
have to give it one try, but I honestly, honest to God, I don't enjoy playing the game Uno. I don't think it's fun. I don't think it's fun.
Fair. I just think it's going to be a completely different game with like an Uno theme, like the slot machines are. Like every slot machine is, relatively almost the same thing, where it's just pressing a button or flicking a lever, but like they have different themes and stuff. Like that's what I'm kind of thinking it's going to be, where it's just a different card game, just with an Uno theme.
Yeah,
With
very
like,
curious.
cards.
I think it would have to be more than just like a themed slot machine. I think you're gonna have to follow the rules of Uno to a little bit. Like
Yeah,
the
obviously.
the point of the
you'll
game
have-
is to be the first one out. I feel like you have to follow that.
Yeah, I think you'll have like the special cards and stuff like the draw 2, draw 4, and like the reverse and the wild card and all that. I just don't think it's gonna be your standard everyone sit in a circle and play a bunch of Uno together. Oh my god. Yo, hold on. I've been waiting for this moment. Everyone.
Duff, hold up. Are you on your laptop or your phone?
I'm on my phone, dude.
Do you have your laptop?
My laptop hasn't been charged since I left Curry.
Can you flip it your phone horizontally?
Yeah, hold on. Let me actually... I'm selling. I'm sorry.
It's all right. This has been an absolute... Whenever Sarah's not here, it's a very loose... It's very loose when Sarah's not here.
Right now? Where are you taking?
Hold on. I'm gonna actually go get set up in a spot. I was literally laying in bed. I didn't think I was gonna get yelled at.
Well, it's just we're both in portrait. You're in portrait mode. We're in landscape, so it's just gonna look weird when I post it.
Okay. Is this all getting cut out?
I don't know.
Not really.
It's kind of funny to watch. It's gonna be kind of funny we didn't.
Oh my god.
This is just such a disaster.
And now you're the wrong one. All right. I don't even know how to fix this because you're not flipping on my screen. I don't even know what to do. Can I manually flip you?
Oh my god, this is funny. He dropped the phone.
This is a disaster.
This is a disaster. And
guys,
you're still horizontal.
You wanted me to join. I joined.
So okay, just pick up the phone and hold it because your picture is vertical, but you're horizontal.
Can I change it from here?
Can you?
People panel? Is that what I want?
Front camera.
Oh no.
No.
Am I just better camera off here?
Oh, because the video will just show up as just a black screen with like an image on it.
Why does Josh look so fancy? He looks fancy.
Because I have an expensive ass camera right now.
Yeah, okay. I'm just selling the quality of this pod.
Yep, it's whatever.
Well,
how long you been going?
Duff, this is my first time using all this special equipment that I have, so this is the first time I look nice. Usually I look pixelated and my mic sounds awful. This is the first time where I'm actually
I'm probably pixelated. My mic
I'm pretty good.
You
I'm
are.
pretty good looking right now.
All right.
You're still whatever, Duff. You're still the
I'm,
wrong way.
I'm trying to get comfortable. Hold on.
He keeps dropping it. That's
You're
what's
gonna have to cut a
funny.
lot of this. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna keep it all in there.
We can't really cut it
I
out.
mean,
I
I
mean, it makes
could.
no sense.
I could,
All
but
right.
I'm gonna keep it all in there.
You could, but it's gonna jump cut from us like talking about Uno to oh my
Oh my
god.
god, this kid.
Boys, I'm not built for this.
Keep this in. Keep this in. Post this on the TikTok.
Maybe just Duff failing.
Homie can't keep it. Homie can't keep his phone up, and now he showed his camera off. What are we
Okay,
doing?
I was closing the door so no one interrupts.
There we go.
This is like the first time we had Duff on
We
the
got
show.
it. We got it.
ever.
We got it. I have
Alright.
no info in front of me. I'm just here to talk.
This is just a reminder of the first time we ever had Duff on a show when we brought him on radio for the first time, and we told him not to say anything stupid.
And he says a bad word.
This
the first
is
thing
this
he
is
does.
just that all over again.
Yeah, it's okay, guys. We're back. We're here. We're together. I've been cut from the show, probably for this reason. It's okay.
And he immediately whips out. He immediately whips out a Zin pack.
This is a podcast, boys. Welcome to my world. Like, we do whatever we want on a podcast.
Tyler Duff joins the show. Not even Tyler Duffey or just Duff. Tyler Duff.
Yep.
That's crazy. Oh,
Duff has
I
officially
missed
made
it.
his Duck Boat Dispatch debut in the most Tyler Duff way possible. Duff, you join us at the end of the show. We've talked a lot here. We went through, should the Red Sox trade Duran for starting pitching? If so, if not, who else has value on that team? Targets you would like. We looked at the first day reports from New England Patriots training camp, how much stock we take in those reports. Pass protection looked bad. Polk was absent. Diggs looks to be a full go. And then we just finished off. We just listed out our top 5 cornerbacks in the NFL. And now it's time for the segment we were looking for you to be here for, the tourist attraction. So it's been a while since we've had an actual tourist attraction segment here on the Duck Boat Dispatch. It's Duff's first one. Duff making his debut, as we said, in the most Tyler Duffey way possible. It's our chance to look around the sports world individually and find a story that we want to talk about, because we do spend most of the show talking strictly Boston sports. But this is the time we look out to the larger landscape of the pro sports world and grab any story from the week we want to bring in here and talk about. Now, Duff, I know you're panicking because you don't have a story. It's okay. We have a game. We're gonna play our game. Tyler Duff name where these 10 players went?
To be honest with you, I think I got my own, and it has nothing to do with the sports world, really.
Well, I was gonna say I feel like I have an idea for you to talk about if you did watch it. Did you watch?
No, I already know what I know what I'm going to talk about, Josh.
Oh, okay.
All right, you
so
do too.
Do you want to kick us off, Duff?
Yeah, why don't you kick us off, Duff?
What are you talking about, Duff?
All right, so my tourist attraction here, it's for my dynasty fantasy football team I just drafted.
God. Oh my God.
I've kind of blown it all up. I've traded Caleb Williams and Jamar, excuse me.
I know exactly where this is going.
So I'm just trying to get good youth talent on my team. And Josh has this guy named Ted McMillan. And I would love to have him on my team. I've offered Josh an absolute haul for him. And Josh just keeps saying no. Which means he's going to be stuck in the mid-universe forever.
The first haul I didn't like. You gave me, what was the first one? It was like Stephon Diggs, a first-round pick, a second, a third, and like
Jack Beck.
Jack Beck. Okay,
a good rookie receiver.
Okay, my issue with that, I already have a rookie receiver. His name is Ted McMillan.
But Josh, your team is poop. You need draft picks.
Your team is poop.
My team, I went through it.
You traded away Jamar Chase for nothing.
Okay, well, I got 3 first-round picks, Drake London, and a good rookie running back. You don't know ball.
Okay, well, I completely forgot what the trade was.
You didn't even know what it was, so don't talk.
I'm not looking at Tyler Duffey trades right now. I'm not looking at Tyler Duff trades. The first one you sent me was horrible. I'm not trading Ted McMillan away for, you say, a rookie receiver. I have a rookie receiver in Ted McMillan. And then you also offer me Stephon Diggs, who is a complete...
but you got like Jordan Addison and like Jaden Reed at flex. You're not winning. You're not going to win.
I'm not looking to win right now.
But I'm offering you draft capital. Like, that's all that matters in this league.
I have draft capital. It's called my draft picks.
Yeah, that's such a loser mentality to have. You need to be going for everyone else's
team in the league this year. You have no pride on your team. You had the what? You had the 4th pick or something. You trade Jamar Chase away.
Yeah.
You immediately traded him away. So what? You don't want to be good now? You'd rather be good in 4 years?
Dude, Judkins got arrested. And when that happening, it made me see I need to blow up my team. So
So you blew up Jamar Chase?
I blew up the
So
entire team.
because Judkins got arrested, you then said to yourself, man, I gotta trade Jamar Chase.
Well, I'm like, I can't have a felon on my team, and he might have contaminated Jamar. That's the word we're looking for.
Yo, your logic is making 0 sense, dog.
Dude, our locker room needs to be
What's
upstanding, okay?
what's the offer you have for me right now? It's like 2 first-round picks and Jack Beck.
And then I threw in someone else. I don't really remember because it was so long ago. You won't even answer my phone calls. Like, I have the courtesy to call people to try to make a
Dude,
trade,
you
and
called me at like 10:30 at night, dude. I'm in bed.
then get up. Like, this is a
I have
full-time job
work.
now.
I
This
have a
league is a full-time
job.
job.
I have a job. I'm out of school now, Duff.
Josh, right now we work the same job, okay? We're both golf course turf managers. We're ready to go. We got it covered. Like, I'm
Don't
up
you
at the
work
same
don't you
time
work
as you. Like, we're
don't you
both
work
getting
at
after it. I understand. So we
don't
got
you
to be
work at a
making
Muni?
deals.
You work at a Muni.
Doesn't matter. I still cut grass. Makes no difference. You know the good thing about my job is I can suck at it and get complimented for it. So it's great.
I actually did get complained about today. I got complained
Ooh.
about today. I was apparently being too loud.
Like doing what? Like talking?
No, so we were using do you know what a buffalo blower is?
No, dude.
You don't know what a
No.
buffalo do you know what like a turbine blower?
Bro, I get the leaf blower that I put on my back.
Okay. You're like, damn, we got the same jobs. Bro doesn't even know half the equipment I use.
Dude, I get on a lawnmower, I cut grass, I weed whack, I do the bunkers. That's all I do. And then I go home, play golf, shoot a terrible score, and then be sad the rest of the day. Just like today.
But I was
Except I get to be on the pod.
God damn, bro.
So are you gonna accept my deal for Tet? Like, let's keep this on track.
What's
Like,
the
come on.
deal right now? What are you offering? What's the deal right now? Is it Jack Beck and 2 firsts?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Uh, uh,
I'm
if you look
good.
at the trade calc, you win by a mile.
Okay, but that's like saying you got to look at the ESPN trade analyzer and saying, "Oh, you win the trade with this one because you have a higher score."
Yeah.
The ESPN one's BS.
Like you're
We all
telling
know
me
that.
like you're telling me to trade away a top 3 wide receiver rookie, or no, not even a wide receiver rookie, just top 3 fantasy rookie this season for like a first round pick in what 3 years? Jack Beck, who's a worse rookie wide receiver, and then another first, which I guess is cool, but I'm not gonna just guarantee on 2 first round picks. I don't know if I'm gonna hit on those.
But you need the picks. Like, you need the picks.
No, I don't. You need the picks because you trade away Jamar Chase, you dummy.
Dude, I got the best receiver core in the league right now.
Let me see this receiver core. Where's your damn team?
I can
Why
list
do
it
you
right
want
now.
Tet?
Huh?
Then why do you want Tet if you already have the best receiver core in the
Because it's a
league?
rookie. Okay, I'm going to list them off real quick. Jacoby Myers at wide receiver 1. Then we got Pickens, Judy, and Khalil Shakir. It's a receiver by committee. That's all you need.
Why is Darnell Mooney not in that lineup?
He doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to be. I'll throw
Bro.
you Darnell Mooney in the deal, too. How about that?
Kick off Caleb Johnson. Throw Darnell Mooney in that flex spot.
Caleb Johnson was a Jamar trade piece. He's playing week 1, even if he's the RB3 this year. I don't care.
Tom, do you
Sorry.
want to know my
I'm
team,
sick.
Tom?
Honestly, I don't think this might be the worst podcast segment of all time.
Please stop.
We're having fun, all right? Don't ruin the fun, all
Jeez,
right?
like,
But you got to think about
you're
what
treating
people
it like
want to
it's
listen
live.
to.
You're treating it like it's live. We're on a podcast. This is what we look for.
Or you got to think about what people want to listen for and watch.
Fine, then cut my whole segment. It doesn't even matter.
I'm not going to cut it. I'm just thinking. You know,
I'm just here to chop it up with the boys. That's really all
and
it is.
we're glad to have you, Duff. But I don't
This
know
is the
how
whole
much
point of Duff.
more in a larger scheme, fantasy football, great topic. We love to talk fantasy football. You know I'm obsessed with the draft. But on a one-on-one where it's you and Josh bickering back and forth about a potential trade, I don't know how many people want to listen to that. But I do love the inclusion, great tours attraction. Josh, do you want to close with that or do you want me to close? Because I'm happy to close and we end with the quiz with Josh and leave.
I have to close, I think.
All right, we'll close with you. Mine real quick, my tourist attraction. My guy. One of my favorite Celtics of all time has recently signed a 2-year deal with the Los Angeles Lakers that broke my heart. And I'm not mad at him for doing it. It's a great deal, a good chance for him to kickstart or restart his career in a sense after he was on the Grizzlies, he was on the Wizards, where most careers go to die in Washington these days when it comes to NBA terms. Marcus
they go
Smart
to
has
die in
signed it.
Sacramento.
Huh?
Sacramento's the place to die, not
Washington.
No,
Washington.
it's
You gotta
Washington. It's
Washington.
Washington, dude.
no, God, it's Sacramento.
that rookie
No
last
one
year that
comes
drafted
back
to
from
Washington, and his
Washington.
career is already over.
Who plays for Sacramento?
DeMontis Sabonis.
Zach LaVine, DeMar.
Zach LaVine is there. DeMar is there. I actually have a Zach LaVine jersey hanging up in the closet, but my Marcus Smart jersey is still hanging up in my wrong way.
John Morant.
Still hanging up in my room right there. That's my boy, young game changer. Love that guy. Happy to see him get a good deal with the Lakers. Hopefully, it can jumpstart his career again. And hearing that Luka Doncic recruited him, so let everybody know who hates on Marcus Smart the value that Marcus Smart brings to a team. If one of the a top 5 player in the world is recruiting you, you are a good ball player. So I don't want to hear any more Marcus Smart slander on the internet whatsoever. Yeah, he takes really bad shots, but when he hits them, it's amazing.
What are you talking about slander right now, or just of all time?
In general, the Marcus Smart slander while he was here was too much.
Marcus Smart slander in God knows how long.
He hasn't been mentioned since he was traded from the Celtics.
Yeah,
let's be real.
The whole I
was
like
back in the limelight.
Yeah,
I like
love
this
it. I was just saying I love it. Sorry.
Oh no, I like the trade on both ends. If I'm looking at things from an unbiased perspective, I don't care that he signed with the Lakers. I know a bunch of Boston fans, considering I'm wearing a Celtics shirt right now, are probably gonna hate me saying that. Like, oh, he went to our rival team. Like, he didn't just get up and leave for the rival team. He didn't just one day be like, oh, my contract's up. Free agency, here I come. Oh, look at the Lakers. I'm gonna go sign with them. No, we traded him away. So first of all, shout out for him for finding a team coming off an injury, not a lot of playing time. He's gonna go on to the Lakers, be kind of like that defensive gritty guy. I mean, they just got rid of Dorian Finney-Smith over on the Lakers right now. They just lost a big defensive part, and the rest of their defense, I don't really trust. Luka's not good at defense. DeAndre Ayton, I don't trust rim protecting. And then LeBron is LeBron, but still, he's also 40 years old. So to bring in a guy like Marcus Smart for the Los Angeles Lakers, I think is going to be a little bit of a grit and grind to, make these guys have some effort coming into the defensive end of the ball, saying, wake your asses up. We got to play some goddamn defense, boys. Like, let's effing go. I think he has that type of mentality where LeBron has that mentality, but with the state that he's in right now, I don't think he's going to bring that this season. LeBron, I don't want to say he's being a crybaby, but he has other issues that he's addressing right now. That being this team not being competing, the trade rumors, retirement rumors, all that. So I like this on both ends, that Marcus Smart is going to go out, play a huge factor on a team, and that the Lakers actually got a piece that they need and not just, some random free agency sign, because they lost Dorian Finney-Smith and now they're getting Marcus Smart with them.
Yeah, I love the move for the Lakers. I love the move for Smart. I'm just sad to see my guy in purple and gold.
Look at Duff.
Just laying back like he's not on camera.
Laying back, sleeves up, Zyn container in hand.
I'm just trying not to ruin your show again. I'm gonna keep it real. I'll stay quieter here.
It's all right. That's all I had to say on that. We're running, we don't have a time limit, but we try to be around an hour. We're already 15 minutes over, so who cares? But Josh,
it's a podcast.
Try to stay consistent, okay? I like consistency. It makes me happy. Josh, let's close with your towards traction. You want to test off and see how he's been doing in the offseason.
Duff, heads up. This was a last-second call. You're getting quizzed.
Okay.
So for those who don't know,
explain your favorite game. What college did he go to?
So, for those who don't know, we all lived together last year, and one of our favorite things to do at night, just kind of hanging around, was to just name random NBA, sometimes NFL players, and see if Tyler Duff, who is he has some of the most college ball athletes down in his memory for some reason. He has a great Rolodex of information when it comes to college ball players.
Duff would rather an Alabama natty than a Celtics championship.
Yeah.
He loves college basketball. He loves college football.
That's how much college this guy loves. He would rather his favorite college team than hometown professional team.
Okay, let's be real. The Celts have already won plenty for me. So let Bama get some love here.
All right.
All right.
I'm just not going to respond to that. So, Josh, how many players do you have for Duff?
Well, I don't have.
You don't have any? Oh,
I
this is
just
going to
have
go terribly.
I have a massive list.
Jeez.
All right.
So like we can stop whenever you want.
Let's do 10. Let's see what he can do for 10. And let's see how he's been performing in the offseason. So Josh is going to name a player, and Duff is going to have 30 seconds or so to name where that player went to school. We have no sound effects like we did when we did this on air at a radio station, Josh. So just say yes or no as soon as you hear it.
Okay, who should I start with?
And I have no bed to play underneath it either, so.
Matthew Dellavedova.
Jeez.
Matthew Dellavedova, well, Duff
See,
thanks.
I'm not
Cleveland Warrior.
For those watching as well, I'm not just gonna throw in like a Jason Tatum. You know, we've done those before. We've done the easy ones. I'm diving into like bench role players or like really deep ball knowledge right now.
Dude,
Dellavedova, best
he's
known for being on the
Australian.
Cleveland Cavs.
The problem with him is like I thought he'd just be like an overseas just pro, but I don't know, maybe like St. Mary's.
It's Snipe.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's St. Mary's. Good for
Duff
you.
1-0 so far with a tough Matthew Dellavedova poll. Josh, the next player you have?
If that's an easier one, I'm cooked.
Ryan Anderson.
Dude, I don't even like remember him, bro.
So
I like
Rockets.
Ryan Anderson is best known for his Shaqtin' a Fool clip, I would say, where he went for the dunk and he fell and the ball hit him in the face and went out of bounds, is what Ryan Anderson is best known for. Duff,
He played a big role in like the James Harden Rockets era.
okay, yeah, I kind of remember him. I'm like I don't even know the player barely. So like this is obviously an issue. I don't know. Oklahoma.
Hold on, I just lost him.
Oh my.
No, sorry. What'd you say? Oklahoma? California?
Yeah, that's not it.
That's California.
Damn. Okay, sure. No, I'm not even upset about that one.
So you're 1 for 2 right now.
He's 1-1.
1-1. Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
Arizona.
Nice. Good job.
2 for 1, Duff. When he gets him quick, he knows it. When he gets to think, it's over.
Yep. You know the tendencies.
Oh, see, I was about to give you JaMychal Green, but he's a Bama guy.
That is a Bama guy.
Yep, no, you're not getting that one though. Who can I get? Dion Waiters.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Oh my god. No, I love Dion Waiters.
Syracuse.
There you go.
3 for 1 so far, Duff. 4 in.
Let's go. Nick
As he
Stauskas.
chooses in.
Nick
Michigan. I'm cooking.
There you go. Yeah.
4-1 so far through 5. Halfway through as Duff chews his in.
I'm not chewing it. I'm just moving around, getting all the flavor.
Everyone who pronounces his name wrong because they're all casual. Yaka Pirtle.
He's also Arizona. No, wait. Oh my gosh. No.
You gotta tell him.
I'm already counting that.
Well, I'm thinking of Lauri Markkanen.
No, it's Utah.
Whatever. I was thinking of Lauri Markkanen anyway.
4-2 so far through 6. 4 more to go, Duff.
Ooh, remember this guy? Remember Kenneth Fareed?
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Oh, it's a weird one.
It's a weird one. It's a weird one. It's not like an obvious school, like a Duke or a Michigan State.
No, I know this one, guys.
How many have we done, TC? How many?
This was the
Bowling Green.
What was that?
Bowling Green.
Morehead State.
Oh, what?
He's 4 for 3 so far. He's got 3 more. The best he can score is a 70.
Not the Kenneth Fareed shout, though.
Yo, give that man his flowers. This one I feel like you know. Ish Smith. I feel like you know that for some reason.
A lot of Ish Smith talk in the suite.
I don't think we've ever mentioned Ish Smith.
No,
but
whenever it was like name a random, or we were doing NBA hoop grids or naming a random NBA player, Ish Smith always came up.
Yeah, boys, it's not looking good. No idea.
Come on, you sniped St. Mary's over. You gotta at least throw it a guess.
Give me like UConn.
Wake Forest.
Kind of close, low key.
Not at all.
So what? I got 2 more for you.
You got 2 more. He's 4 for 4. The best he can score is a 6.
Cut the clip at 4-1 though. You got to cut it at that.
Nah.
Do I give you an absolute like I could be a jerk right now with this name if you don't know this, because this guy's the deep pull. Mike Muscala. See, like I'm going deep for these ones.
I know.
I already have my last name too. I already know who I'm giving you with that one.
Mike Muscala. Buffalo. No idea.
Bucknell.
That's close enough. I don't care.
Nope.
4 for
I'll give it to you.
5. Duff. One more chance to go 50.
All right, Duff. Ball knowledge. Let's see if you remember this. Where'd Alex Len go, bud? I've asked you this multiple times.
I still have no idea.
I have no clue either.
Alex Len go. You hint
I don't know,
east.
dude.
Think east.
Is he like a cheeky Wake Forest?
You already guessed.
Maybe
You don't get more than one guess. There's no more. You get one guess. You guessed Wake Forest.
I'll
This
give
is
you one more pity
dumb.
guess.
No, I don't want it. I don't even want it, guys.
Good boy.
Maryland. University of Maryland. Voice crack.
Because I never went rally cap. I needed the rally cap once.
So what did
Can I
Duff
get a bonus?
go?
Get me a bonus guess.
Ultimately, he
bonus
went 4 for
guess?
6.
No, I want a bonus guess with the rally cap here.
All right.
Okay, I'll pull one last one. Let's see. Who's a good poll? Jason Smith.
Who is that?
Yeah, I have no clue who the hell that is.
Like, who is that?
Well, okay, I'll give you a different player that you might know. Alfred Payton.
I'm
what
out
do
of
you
season, boys.
It's funny that you say Alfred Payton because the rally cap is kind of what his haircut looked like, if I'm thinking of the right guy.
You are. You're 100%
Alright.
thinking of the right
We're on the
guy.
Magic,
I
right?
don't know.
Do you not know?
No idea.
Louisiana.
Yeah, I forgot Alfred Payton was even like a player. That's a shame.
What a shame. Lack of ball knowledge. But college
I was 4-1. 4-1. We're calling it at that.
college sports are slowly making return. College football is right around the corner. College football, the game 26 is released. Correct? That's already out.
Yes.
Right?
I didn't
It's
buy
already
it, though.
out. I haven't gone. I still have the first one, 25. I've just
It's
been
really
playing
all
that.
you need. You only
I was
need the
gonna say,
first one.
Like it's gonna end up being something like where it's like Madden and 2K, where it's the same thing every single year. Like I don't understand why you just don't keep the one and just update the one.
Fair.
Speaking of games, though, real quick before we bounce, Duff. If you get Ready or Not, I will get Ready or Not because I want to play that game, and that game looks like so much fun. And after
What's ready
playing,
or not?
it's like a super serious, like you're a SWAT team, you have to like enter the building and like take out the targets, but there's like civilians in there and stuff. It's like ultra realistic, like you're a SWAT team member.
Is it like something on Xbox or?
It's on Xbox and PS5, I think.
I'll buy
okay.
it right now, TC.
You want to know what game we should get Duff in on?
Siege, Clash Royale. Get Duff in the clan
I
with
was
the whip.
always bad. I'm
That
not
was-
smart enough.
Getting
Who-
Duff
who
on Hell Let
sold
Loose was top tier though. That
Who
was
sold their
great.
streak last night? Michael sold their streak.
Yeah, Mike sold the streak last night.
Mm.
Um,
Damn.
that's gonna do it for episode 10 of the Duck Boat Dispatch. Again, when Sarah's not here, it all just evolves into nothingness. She keeps us locked in. She keeps us structured, even
I
though she
love
has
this.
the wildest takes. She keeps us focusing on what we got to do. And
Did we ever get our tight ends or no?
her tight ends?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the video. I texted them in the group
No,
chat.
I'm sorry. The corners.
No, I haven't heard back, but I also haven't checked my phone. So
yeah,
we'll get
we
her
got it.
corners. The tight end graphic will be out by tomorrow, according to Josh. And then the cornerback graphic, let's aim for Monday, maybe, Josh? Is Monday fair? Monday's fair. Episode 10, Tyler Duffey's first appearance. Yes.
Can I give myself a shout out?
For making the graphic before the next episode? Sure.
No, for the thing I'm making, for the other thing I'm producing.
Oh, yeah.
soon.
Josh going to produce some stuff for himself real quick. Give yourself a little talk.
Equipment. I'm starting my own NBA podcast, so I'm not leaving Duck Boat Dispatch. I love Duck Boat Dispatch. But since Josh is unemployed in the broadcasting world, he has a job, but just not a fun broadcasting job. He bought all this studio equipment and is now gonna put it to use on making his own NBA podcast, starting this week. So tune into that. I'll come out with more information. I have a ton of like fancy ass shit for it. I got like animations, dude. I got like little things that are gonna pop up on the screen. Like I'm editing this bitch. But yeah, since I'm unemployed, I'm gonna hire myself for free, for no money. So tune in. You come talk basketball with me. I'm not just gonna do the Celtics. I'm gonna do everything because I don't have a job.
Where can they find you? Where can they find it in you?
They can find me on, so I'm not officially up there yet, but by this week, because now that I have all this physical stuff set up, I'm going to work on the computer stuff now. I'm going to be on YouTube. I'm going to try and be on Spotify as well. The official name at the moment is just Step Back. That's the official name at the moment. I went through a couple names. So you can find me on YouTube at Step Back, on Instagram, TikTok. I have all that up. So if you want to talk just basketball, NBA, first episode should be this week, maybe next week, hopefully. Depends when I can get all this computer stuff done. But I want to give my little self a little shout out because I don't have a job. Again, hire me, people, because I'm hiring myself.
Congrats,
I'm
Josh.
stuck working at a golf course with Jamaicans, which I don't hate. I love those guys.
That's going to sound horrible.
Oh,
It's going to sound horrible. That's it, Josh. You're not getting hired ever again. You fired yourself. Sounded extremely racist right there.
Cut it. Cut the whole thing.
I gotta leave the whole pod. Gotta leave the whole pod now. That's it. Duff got canceled. Now you're getting canceled.
No,
Duff has survived. Duff has survived the canceling.
It's worse than what I said.
No, it wasn't. You said that on
No,
live
it wasn't.
radio.
It wasn't. I just kind of took it out of context.
You said that on live radio, which could actually get us like
Okay,
sued.
can we now that we're on a podcast, can you let the people know what I said so that way it doesn't seem like I said a racial slur?
He didn't. He said the R word. I'm not saying it on the pod, but that's what he said. I don't even want to bring that up. I don't hear it.
I feel horrible about saying that word, by the way. Just want to make that clear.
He's working on improving himself.
I have improved myself, okay?
I told Duff to not say anything stupid the second he got on the show. The second he taps the mic is like, oh, I'm bleep.
It really is the greatest clip of all time. Just
apologize to the pod. I apologize.
See how the response is.
I apologize to the community.
Yep, he's done some charitable efforts. We hope to make amends.
Yes.
Hey, he supports the man at the gas station. Our friend at the Mobile down the street from Curry.
Well, that guy has no idea the paycheck he's about to get once I get back to school.
He's getting his paycheck every week. He's like, why is that so low? And the second September rolls around, he's like, man, I'm living the dream.
Yeah.
All the college kids going to buy Zyn
will be gone.
Yep. All right, well, that's gonna do it for episode 10, Duckboat Dispatch. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all under @the Duckboat Dispatch. Hopefully Spotify soon. They keep fighting with me and trying to make one. I'm hopefully gonna get around that at some point soon. Spotify doesn't like me apparently. Duff, we appreciate you hopping on last minute. Sara back next week. Keep an eye out for those graphics. We got to hold Josh accountable. Next week, we're either going to do linemen or coaches. And then the week after that week, we're going to do 5 favorite players and then 5 favorite least players. And then we'll be at the NFL season. So it's right around the corner. Stay with us. We're going to make it to the NFL season together. Episode 10. Have a great one.